Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's Thought for Today. Today is December the 17th, and the readings of today are Job 21, Zephaniah 3, and the 1st of John, chapters 3 and 4. The title of our theme is See What Kind of Love. Now, our chapter in 1 John 3 today starts with, See what kind of love the Father has given to us. Well, do we understand what kind of love this is? The word love is used so much today that we may take what it means for granted, and because of this unclear thought can develop in our minds as we read God's word. Love is simple, but at the same time a profound subject, and the Apostle John uses it frequently in his epistles. He himself is described as the disciple whom Jesus loved. John 21 verse 7 and again in 20. But did not Jesus love them all? Of course he did. But love comes in degrees of intensity. It understands the character which is the objective of its love. A mother still loves a naughty child, but there is a different focus to that love. Jesus found it necessary at times to reprove the disciples for their little faith. He rebuked Peter for tempting him to disobey the Father. He chided Thomas for his lack of belief. But in contrast, what an example John set. He was prepared to go and witness the trial of Jesus. Although he does not name himself, John chapter 18 verses 15 and 16 is that account, and to stand before the cross with Mary in her agony, as her son agonized to the end. Remember how she was told a sword would pierce through her own soul, Luke chapter 2 verse 35. All true believers must have a living relationship with Jesus that grows day after day, although there will be times of agony. But that is a factor in causing growth, just as it was with Job. As in all true relationships, it must grow and blossom and bring forth fruit. John wrote, You know that he appeared to take away sins, and in him is no sin. No one who abides in him keeps on sinning. No one who keeps on sinning has either seen him or knows him. 1 John 3, verses 5 and 6. That means seen him with the eye of faith. So those who fail to become more like Jesus have never really known him, which is what John means when he says, Such have not seen him. Note Paul's question. Examine yourselves to see whether Jesus Christ is in you. 2 Corinthians 13 verse 5. Now see John's most meaningful words. Let us not love in word or talk, but in deed and in truth. Verse 18. Our actions prove whether we mean what we say. In the next chapter, John writes, If we love one another, God abides in us, and his love is perfected in us. We have come to know and to believe the love that God has for us. God is love, and whoever abides in love abides in God, and God abides in him. By this love is perfected in us, so that we may have confidence for the day of judgment. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. Chapter 4 verses 12, 16 and 18. Yes, John's words lead us to see what kind of love God and his Son have shown to us. But what is our response? Thank you for joining us for today's Thought for the Day. And remember, whatever you do today, do it all to the glory of God, acknowledging that the antidote to sin is not just not to sin, but to do good. Thank you, and God bless.